Hello and welcome to the rd2l playoff games. We are here in the quarterfinals between Seth's team versus Unregister. It is the Majestic Testicles versus Salt another day. We already see a first ban, Venomancer coming out. Venomancer, just typical meta hero. Too strong of a pick to really let through, so just ban that motherfucker out. We'll see how Seth's team is going to respond to this. Salt another day. Like both of these teams coming from the east side of America. So there was no flip for server, but only for pick as well as side. And Salt another day, a team that has been making quite a run, wasn't too high up in the from the group stage, like from the season, but has been defeating a lot of higher placed teams from the season. There we see an Underlord ban. Underlord has been played by Sharps quite a bit in the off lane, so understandable ban there. There we see a Doom ban. So far only off laners being targeted as is usual during that early banning phase. A Treant ban coming in. Very usual as well. That hero has been getting so many buffs. He is pretty broken. Like, just insane laning presence, insane base damage. Just everything is just good about that hero. Let's see what's gonna be the last ban. Vengeful Spirit, still not banned. One thing to think about. Sand King is still here. There's of course Puck, a flex pick that you can either play as a support as well as a mid. Seth really excelling on that hero for the Majestic Testicles team. And we see a Lone Druid ban. Lone Druid has been played by JD as far as I know, and there's a Vengeful Spirit ban. So far, all of these bans being very regular, very common bans for both of these teams. And we have a first pick, Viper. Viper has been making a bit of a move from a core more to a support. So this is most likely going to be a support Viper. Otherwise, that early pickup would not really make a lot of sense. As well as they played it in their previous playoffs games and they won. So why not do it again? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Yeah, they played it as a position for going for items like Rod of Athos and Flats. So as well as like just good laning presence with that hero, you can't do much against it and you can't really counterpick it. The only thing that you're lacking with that hero is lockdown. And there's going to be the response by the Jakiro. Jakiro, flying heroes all around so far. And the Tiny, a very interesting hero at the moment. He can be played as a position 4. He can be played as a safe laner. He can be safe lane core. He can be played as a mid laner. And of course, like just insane that hero at the moment. In the hands of the right player, there's quite a bit of potential to mess up.
10 seconds remaining.
So you wouldn't really want to put that on too many low MMR skilled lower MMR players. But we'll see how it goes. And how is Dire going to respond to this? Like, both of these heroes already have innate lockdown, which is very good. Jakiro, Ice Path. Dire could be thinking about picking up Rubik. They go with an Omni Knight. So they decided that for their offlane, they want to all go about slow, as well as sustain. Viper and Omni Knight together are going to be a very, very nasty combo to deal with. I will see how Radiant wants to deal with that. Of course, what is a bit lacking, and they really need to address that, is both of those heroes don't have lockdown. And they both have some slows, which is nice. It's better than nothing. But there are bans happening. There's a Tinker as well as Arc Warden ban. And on the side of Radiant, Gyrocopter has been getting banned. Gyrocopter with Heavenly Grace could be quite a potent combo, and we'll see what's going to be the next ban here.
10 seconds remaining.
5
seconds remaining.
Depending on what the Radiant is going to pick up next, it can also reveal if this Tiny might be going core or support. So far, I would lean towards core, either mid or safe lane. And there's a Razor ban. Makes me think even more it's a Tiny core. Are they gonna go with Ursa? Ursa has been not banned, and Ursa, he's getting a bit kited by Omni Knight and Viper, but he has been getting the buff with Earthshock being a little forward flip, as well as now Abyssal Blade, which is a very good item on Ursa, being now. Oh, and they go with the Undying, so this is gonna be an Undying position 5, Jakiro 4, and Tiny core. So they said now, hey, we want to reveal that this Tiny is our core hero. Unless they play something cheesy with Undying or Jakiro core.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team picked.
And there we have a Witch Doctor being picked up. Witch Doctor offering a little bit of lockdown, but also a lot of damage with the Maledict as well as the Death Ward, and offering even more sustain. So far this Dire lineup has a lot of sustain to live through these fights. If they are able to have a long team fight, I feel like they are winning the team fight, but the Radiant side has a Tiny. Tiny offers a lot of burst. And if he has a Mask of Madness, also a lot of right-click damage. So we'll see how that is going to go. Undying should do fairly well against the Witch Doctor, I feel like, overall. They pick up a Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, a hero we haven't seen quite as much. But it's going to provide a lot of pushing power. And there's a Wind Ranger. So this is going to be a Wind Ranger mid. And Nature's Prophet off lane, I assume. They played the Nature's Prophet already in the offlane with JD. So we'll see how... I like this draft from Radiant at the moment more. Simply because they have a bit more reliable lockdown. Like Witch Doctor Cask, it's like reliable on the first hit, but apart from that. And Wind Ranger Shackle Shot is like, that's just your only thing so far. We have the bands of Bloodseeker and Conker. Conker, a good hero from the mid laner of Majestic Testicles. And Bloodseeker ban makes me think that they are still thinking of going something like Puck, Weaver, Lycan. Actually, if they go Lycan, that could be a really, really nasty push lineup from Radiant. With the Nature's Prophet as well as the Lycan. We'll see what they're gonna go for here. We are in the reserve time now, of course. Again, this is playoffs. This is a best of 3, game 1, and but nobody wants to give up that first game advantage. No. There will be fighting for nails and tooth, or whatever that saying is. Yeeks. And they still have a minute and a half to go. They are missing their safe laner. Are they gonna go for Sven? Sven could be quite good. He can have the Battle Fury to get out of Sprout. He can have the Aghanim Scepter for added lockdown and like range lockdown, as well as getting to there. Is that still as strong? I don't remember if it has been nerfed a bit. What else would there be? Luna? They go with the anti-mage. They go with the 4 protect 1 strat. The strategy definitely feels kind of 4 protect 1-y. And this anti-mage has to prove that he can carry this. I'm a bit worried about the matchup against Tiny though. You can't reflect the spells of Tiny. And he might just have enough damage to burst you down. So we'll see. But what are Majestic Testicles gonna go for here? They have good early game with the Undying. Jakiro also fairly strong. Nature's Prophet. And they could decide now either to go for even more push with something like a Lycan, or they could go for something a bit more traditional mid to late game, like maybe Invoker. What about TA? How does TA fare against Windranger? I don't think it's that good. It's also pretty harsh against Viper. Yeah, not that good of a pick, I might think so. And what else could they go for? Maybe for Invoker? And they go with the Pangolier. So it's a Pangolier mid versus either Viper or Windranger. They have the option to choose either way. Windranger can be an okay-ish 4. And let me see, it is this safe lane Tiny. And it is the mid Windranger against the Pangolier. I don't really see them they don't have anything to deal with the Pango. Can I just mention Puck has been completely unpicked and unbanned in this draft? I'm a bit like, why? That hero's good, I've heard. That hero's good.
5 seconds
Pick it.
remaining.
It's a good hero. We'll see how this is going to go. Draft-wise, I give the favor to Radiant, but we know it all depends on the execution. The game is not over until the Ancient falls. That's when the game is over. Are we heading into the game now? I don't think Undying is very good against Omni Knight Viper. I actually think it's pretty terrible. Do you want to go with Undying into the offlane and put Jakiro safe lane? Feel like he could do more against the anti-mage than against an Omni Knight and Viper. I feel like he just gets hit. Ooh, gold tier Pango. And and we see an anti-mage. Okay, and we are into the game now. And on the Radiant side, we have Sev on the Pangoli, we have Nart on the Jakiro, we have Nara QD on the Tiny, we have Drayden on the Undying, and last but not least, it is JD on the Nature's Prophet. On the Dire side, DJ Dingus taking on the role of Windranger. We have Buker Thuntard on the Anti-Mage, we have Balomus on the Witch Doctor, and in the offlane it is going to be Lava Ball on the Viper. And Sharps on the Omni Knight. And we'll see Radiant already trying to make a play for first blood here. They have the Tiny here. And they are going to send the Nature's Prophet down bottom. Wanting to make an aggressive trial-in with Tiny, Jakiro, Undying. If it works out, I think that can be absolutely fantastic. Tiny can be quite reliant on levels, but if they shut down this anti-mage, this is gonna be... But Viper has already spotted... one hotkey is not working yet. The hotkeys.
The battle begins.
Apologies. Apparently not working. Okay, they are going on to this Nature's Prophet and they get the first blood here. Apologies for missing that, but they get first blood with the Viper. Viper, very hard hero to deal with. But I do think that Radiant doesn't mind that much. Of course, it's not nice giving up first blood, but if this top lane works out, Nature's Prophet is gonna find his way back into the game anyway. And Viper is coming top now. It is gonna be a full try lane. And Jakiro already seeing both of them and putting the dual breath onto them. And this Tiny, is he gonna get the last hits that he needs up here? And is Anti-Mage gonna get the last hits that he needs? We see now this Viper is just gonna continue to spew green stuff on all of these support heroes. But Undying is just gonna continue smashing down this Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage going down to 250 health, taking the dual breath as well. He doesn't have additional magic resistance yet, so he is gonna take a lot of damage. They have more creeps on their side, so they are just wanna... Oh, what's it, a 3-man DK? Ooh, that feels nice from the Undying. So far, it is the Tiny getting the last hits, and Anti-Mage really suffering there. Another dual breath. Meanwhile, Undying is just harassing out, but it's Anti-Mage and the tree toss! And Anti-Mage is gonna go down. This is what I'm talking about. This is not good for Dire. Are they gonna switch up their lanes? We already see Anti-Mage, he's like, hey, Omni Knight, get out of here. I'll take bottom. And is Radiant going to respond to this? Are they gonna TP down bottom is the question. We already see now Witch Doctor, he is with his pal Anti-Mage. He's like, yo, I'm with you. And Tiny now already here. Everybody using their TPs, so it is again in favor of Radiant. There, another decay onto this Anti-Mage. And Anti-Mage is just... There's the Avalanche dual breath, and Anti-Mage already below half health. He has a healing salve, but that cannot feel good. He cannot catch a break in this game. It has only been 2.5 minutes. I don't know why he would need a break. And the decay onto this Viper. Viper a bit in a pickle here, but it's gonna take a lot of damage here, and it's gonna go down to the dual breath of Jakiro. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage trying to man fight the Tiny, but that is not gonna go well. Witch Doctor has now a point in Voodoo Restoration, which is nice, but I feel like you can't really do anything here now. Another decay. Yeah, this Anti-Mage is just getting bullied so hard by this Rockman Tiny. There's another decay, and Anti-Mage just has to blink out. He's getting now two range creeps into his favor, and Viper is back here. Viper still level 1. Ooh. Now she gets level 2. He, she, whatever. Invisibility. And there is another tree grabbed by the Tiny. And we see Anti-Mage, he is down to 380 max health. Oh, it's like, it's so funny. Another decay. I mean, he was making great value with his Tango. That's great value. Meanwhile, mid, it is just gonna be a simple farm fest. Oh, the regen. Is he gonna be able to deny it? No, it is gonna be bottled by the Pangolier. And is he gonna try for a play here? He has not his swatch, but ooh, power shot misses, and and the tip. He stood in lane. He's like, you know what, Windranger? I'll tip you for that. It was very well played how you missed me. That's what we all use those nice play tokens for. Am I right, boys? Oh, they're trying to make a play here onto this Tiny. Tiny is getting low, and he is going to die here. Support not arriving in time. Maledict is gonna miss. And no soul rip in time either. That is very, very good for this Anti-Mage. He's getting some experience, some last hitting. And we are at the 5-minute runes now, and we see 2 and 2 bounty runes and 1 still here up top. Pangolier has hit level 6 now. Is he gonna put it to use against this Windranger? And they're trying to make a play onto this Jakiro now, but there is the avalanche onto 3 heroes plus the... Oh no, the toss catching the Undying and not the anti-mage. That would have been a sure kill on the anti-mage. But instead they lose the Jakiro. Meanwhile up top, Omni Knight is getting low here. Has a healing salve and purification. But his Nature's Prophet... This Nature's Prophet and Omni Knight are both just like, let us both farm. Oh, and anti-mage, he is again down to 250 HP. Oh, and we see the play under the tower, but there was a fairy fire. Windranger turning it around on the Pangolier. Oh, they find the anti-mage again. Dual breath as well as liquid fire and tiny avalanche on 3 heroes. And is he gonna get the toss? No, no mana for the toss here. And they're still trying to get this Jakiro. They get the courier off Drayden. Viper meanwhile is dying as well as the anti-mage, and this Undying is just gonna... He's just gonna go on the tower here. Oh no, nice 2-hero cask. And there are the TPs now. Are they gonna turn this around? Are they gonna get this Tiny? Tiny has to be careful. He is getting slowed. Nice soul repeal. Oh, are they gonna turn this around again? There is no mana for the Tiny, but with some wand charges. And this anti-mage, he's just like dying to everything and he's dead. This anti-mage having a awful start to this game, and Viper dying once again. Jakiro does go down, but nobody getting the experience, and there are 3 range creeps here. 3. Witch Doctor is gonna be here now, so he at least gets that experience. But no, denied by Drayden. Good guy Drayden, denying range creeps. This tri-lane has been working out beautifully for Radiant so far. In terms of levels, we see Tiny level, they are all around the same level, never mind. Net worth, we see it's 2,700 to 2,800 net worth difference at 8 minutes in. Oh no, Drayton's courier has been killed. They're trying to turn this around on the Windranger. Windranger is getting stunned, and another swashbuckle and tossed in the air, and she falls down with a dead, lifeless body, barely breathing, and her spine completely broken. Oh wait, that's just her normal model. And they are pushing now this tier 1 mid with this Nature's Prophet. This Nature's Prophet has just been quietly farming in the side list, and they just take this tower. Tier 1 has gone bye-bye. It was a 5-man rotation, but well worth it. They take this very important tower at 8 minutes into the game. It gives the anti-mage some time to free farm, and this courier might be getting snapped here. No. Oh, there is a cask onto 2 heroes and the Maledict onto this Tiny as well as the Undying, but there's the Tombstone and they have to be careful. Soul Rip onto the Tiny, and the Avalanche is going to miss. They are focusing now onto the Undying. Undying is very tanky. Does he gonna get another decay out? No, but Pangolier is here and they lose the anti-mage once again. There's a Rolling Thunder forward into the Viper and the Witch Doctor. And the Witch Doctor once again. Is there gonna be another swashbuckle? Yes. But there's now Windranger turning it around. Swash, Shackle Shot into Focus Fire, getting the Pangolier kill. Is there gonna be anything more? Power Shot is gonna hit on both heroes, but not enough damage. Both Pango as well as Windranger are having now a Javelin, so their Swashbuckle as well as Focus Fire is being very, very, very powerful. JD is just getting chased down by an Omni Knight. And we are closing in now on the 10-minute mark. Who is gonna get these outposts? I would be thinking there is now an Undying here. They're gonna try to make a move onto this Omni Knight. They wanna push this Omni Knight away so they can take this outpost. Viper is TPing in. Are they gonna turn this around here? Undying is getting low. He's gonna get a 2-hero DK. There's the Sprout. He has a Tombstone up in 5 seconds if they want to fight this. If there's like 1 TP. He has a Soul Rip. There's a Soul Rip. There's a Tombstone now. Does he gonna get another decay? Yes, he survives for so long. And are they gonna turn this around here? There's the Guardian Angel, but the Nature's Prophet ultimate ripping the Omni Knight apart as well as the Viper. JD getting a double kill. as well as an outpost. Meanwhile, they get the Tiny down bottom. Oh, Anti-Mage getting 2 kills. But there's now a Pango. He's gonna be able to turn this around. He is gonna hit the walls a few times. And there, the shackle shot not going to land. Is it gonna be enough? There's not a wind run. And shield crash enough to prevent the damage from focus fire. Well played by Zev, turning it around. But 2 heroes dying. And now we see Anti-Mage already caught up with the Tiny. But now it is this Nature's Prophet. He is gonna push every lane. And your Anti-Mage, he still wants to farm. He is nowhere near his Battle Fury. And he needs that. He needs that item. They are also making a push now down bottom. Omni Knight is here, but so is Tiny, Jakiro, and the Undying here. Soul Rip, Avalanche. Is there gonna be a toss? Toss forward with the Undying. Cask and the Tree Toss. Not gonna be enough. Another decay. And there's the Tombstone. And Undying, is he gonna die here? He can Soul Rip himself if he wants to. No, he's simply gonna use decay to kill all the other people. And he gets a Tango. Nice guy Nard, keeping his body alive. And now Nature's Prophet pushing in down bottom here. We see this is gonna be the 3rd tier 1 tower going down. Between 8 and 12 minutes, they've lost all their tier 1 outer towers. All of them. And all this gold fueling these Radiant heroes. And they're going to continue pushing to this tier 2. Omni Knight is here, but is he going to be able to defend this by himself? There's already 1/3 damage done to this tower. Omni Knight is going to go for Guardian Greasiness. There's an Avalanche toss. Is it going to be enough damage? Purify and an Ice Path. And there is Pango now. He is going to use his Rolling Thunder. And the Guardian Angel only hit on himself. And he is still going to die to the Nature's Prophet ultimate. And they are still continue to push. They have still Treants here. Pango has finished now his Maelstrom. Meanwhile, Windranger has finished her Maelstrom as well. There's now the Decay. Viper getting very low, but Voodoo Restoration keeping him alive. This Nature's Prophet has a Flats now, so even more sustain with each other, with like the entire team. They are simply going to push. Anti-Mage, 1500 gold, 800 more, and that he has his Demon Edge. That's one thing. But he needs then more, even more. Meanwhile, the Tiny, he has a Mask of Madness. He's gonna destroy towers. And they're trying to make a move here onto this Undying. 4 heroes from Dire. Cask not going to land, not going to connect to anywhere. There's a Tombstone. Shackle Shot not going to connect. They're going to focus on the Tombstone. There's a beautiful Death Ward. But is it going to be enough damage? Tiny going down to half health. But so is so is Dire. Dire getting very low. Now Nature's Prophet coming in from the back. Cleaning up the Windranger. Cleaning up the Viper. Cleaning up everybody. 4 heroes down. Mega kill streak for the Nature's Prophet. And Radiant looking very good so far. 4k lead, 14 minutes in. And they're just gonna, like, hey, we just came from a push to this tier 2. How about we continue this? And there's the Mask of Madness and tower gone. Bye-bye. Tower's bye-bye. That's what Tiny Mask of Madness says. And Nature's Prophet, is he gonna try to steal the stack here from the Anti-Mage? It looks like he wants to. Did he realize that Anti-Mage was here? 15-minute mark coming up for the bounty runes. This bounty rune was still there. And they are taking away this stack very well. Very good there for Radiant. Fated Brooch has been found by the Anti-Mage. Omni Knight still trying to finish that mechanism. He has been kinda halted ever since he tried to join the fights. Hasn't been very successful with it. Meanwhile, Pangolier has finished his Boots of Travels. And we see there is a TP down bottom. Nature's Prophet as well as the Undying. Undying is, Nature's Prophet is gonna stop his He's gonna go straight into Orchid, trying to get ahead of the anti-mage timing with Manta. If you Orchid him before he has Manta, he's gonna be in a world of trouble. This outpost is still in the side of Dire. Oh, Windranger has to be careful there. It's going to power shot the wave, but not going to hit most of the treants here. And they are gonna continue to hit this tower. This Tiny, again, has a Mask of Madness. There we see it. He's destroying this tower. And this tower has gone. Now there's only one tier 2 left and they are already pushing it. Nature's Prophet just TPing under the tier 2 and they are getting this Viper. Windranger trying to turn this around now. Is she gonna get... Yes, she's gonna get the focus fire. Is she gonna get enough procs here? Yes, she is. Shackle shot hitting onto the Undying here. And there's the Death Rope, but immediately cancelled by the Avalanche. There's an Ice Path now to keep the Witch Doctor in place. And the toss forward on the Pango. And Windranger going down as well. Dominating now on this Pangolier. Well played by Tiny there. Tossing the Pango forward. And they only lost their Nature's Prophet for this. And they can still push. Nature's Prophet isn't their only push. They have Tiny. And they are taking this tier 2 now too. It is 16.5 minutes. And they have taken all outer towers. Are they gonna go for Roche or straight high ground is now the question. They have a 9k lead. We'll see what they're gonna decide to do here. Windranger is still down for 10 seconds. They have a catapult, but I doubt they will continue much here. Oh, they are going to summon Treants. Ice Path onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight is going to heavily grace himself. They use the Viper Strike on this Nature's Prophet, and he has to retreat. The Omni Knight is going to go in now, activating his Guardian Angel, but only on himself. And he is going to go down to the magical damage anyways. That's Guardian Angel down now. And he didn't get the Nature's Prophet. He's just coming back here. Is there going to be another Sprout? No Treants for another 10 seconds. Are they going to continue this push here? Level 15 now for Pangolier. How are we on the Anti-Mage? The Anti-Mage has finished the Battle Fury, has Vampire Fang, and has found a Nether Shawl as well. So he is doing well in that department. Meanwhile, there is a Force Staff on the Chakiro. Pango nearly finished the Fusel Blade. Nature's Prophet has nearly the Orchid, which is gonna be scary. If they find this Anti-Mage with the Orchid, he is gonna go down. There's also a Dragon Scale on his Chakiro, so not only does he have Liquid Fire, he also has the Dragon Scale. There's a smoke now from the Dire. They didn't catch the Viper, but should still be. They're trying to make a move here for this outpost. If they can have both, if they can have an outpost at 20 minutes, that's not too bad. Tiny, meanwhile, nearly has a full Sanch Yasha finished. Only needs... he has it finished. Clumsy net found for him as well. Oh, do they see this Anti-Mage here? Oh, they might find him here. Pango is... Oh... Courier got him killed, but there's the Orchid's reveal. Anti-Mage is silenced. Do they have enough stun here and enough damage? The jump forward. No, the Swashbuckle Miss is gonna do it. It's one more. There, they get the kill onto this Anti-Mage. Very well played there by Radiant. Very close call, but again, it is this Orchid reveal. Anti-Mage doesn't have Manta. Are they just going to push now? Omni Knight still working on this mechanism. Since I looked, he has gotten 400 gold. Yikes. None of the Dire support getting much here. Viper trying for a flat. Meanwhile, Windranger wants a BKB. And Radiant, they want to end this game. They are going for Roche. Pangolier nearly has hit level 18 with that level 3 ultimate. Who are they going to give the Aegis to? I would say to Tiny, so that he can tower push rather easily. Yes, there it is. Pango saying, hey, that was actually for me. And Radiant having both outputs, so they got They were the only ones getting experience. Oh, clumsy net onto this anti-mage and into the silence. He was just coming back to life. What a poor soul. He's dead again. He didn't get to play Dota for the last like minute and a half. Oh, he just got ganked over and over. They can't get the Windranger. Windranger is going to TP, but now Radiant is going to push. They have Aegis. They have Sanjin, Yasha, Mask of Madness on Tiny. And those towers will fall very quickly. Oh, are they finding the Omni Knight here? Omni Knight has Guardian Angels. He has a mechanism. And they're trying to turn this around on this Nature's Prophet. But there's the Orchid now onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight, is the silence going to run out of time? No, the Orchid is going to be enough damage. They got the Nature's Prophet, but they are losing their Witch Doctor as well as their Windranger. And it is a buyback from this Omni Knight, but Pango is still here and strong. There's a Mana Void, but it doesn't do enough. Viper is just ignored. Everybody just wants to go for the anti-mage, and Viper just gonna go down. Collateral damage is what I call that. And the buildings, they are getting hit now. They are getting hit hard by this tiny rock man. And there's a buyback from the Nature's Prophet. I love her. Oh, Omni Knight. Are they gonna GG out? Toss back. It is one lane of racks. It does not look good for Dire. Not gonna lie here. 22 minutes, 16k lead. Viper has a Veil of Discord. There is no Death Ward up for the Witch Doctor. Windranger is back alive now together with the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is cutting creep waves, but they have creeps from the mid lane, so these Raxes are just falling, and it is 2 lanes of Rax at least, and I don't see any reason to stop. They are just gonna go bottom. They still have creeps. They even have normal creeps coming in that way. There's Swashbuckle forward into Rolling Thunder. There is the TP now from Anti-Mage. They wanna fight this. It is gonna be their last fight if they lose this. There's the Swashbuckle. But Guardian Angel is not gonna be enough. Anti-Mage has to buy back. They find the kill on the Jakiro. There is an Undying Tombstone. Undying himself is gonna go down. So is the Nature's Prophet. And that's a dieback. Pangolier, meanwhile, just taunting away. There's a toss on this Windranger. Windranger going down as well, and Tiny, he still has Aegis. And Pangolier is coming back in, and is just like taunting away again, getting the kill on this Viper. Avalanche, and Tiny, he has Aegis. Like, what is he afraid of? Nothing. And he is just gonna hit them hard down, and the only... Oh my god, this is a triple kill for this Tiny. And they are getting megas here. Windranger is gonna come back. Is she gonna be able to take away the Aegis here? Yes, Aegis has been popped. GG called. Game 1 taken by the Majestic Testicles. Well played, and we'll see you guys in game number 2.